for this last minute financial aid tips, you will learn of ways to pay for college, ways to cut college costs, the definition of financial aid terms, college financial aid process, and the difference between types of financial aid. And like I said, at any time, if you have any questions, let me know and I'll be happy to answer them. There's the chat box there. So let's see. I have a short video that I want you to see just to start the day with a little bit of humor.
Excuse me? This is the financial aid office, right?
Yep.
How long does it usually take to get us in? I'm kind of in a rush.
Well, I've been here 4 hours. Yeah, it's about to be a good minute.
Are you next? No, they had to have been playing. Next?
Right over here, sir. All right, what can I do for you today? Well, I got into university and I really want to go, but I honestly just can't afford it right now. See, ever since my dad lost his job, my mom got sick, we've been having a hard time financially, so I was hoping I'd get some financial support from you guys so I can still go to here.
All right, here's what we got for you.
What is this?
Your financial aid package. Anything else I can do for you today?
Yes, there is. I'm gonna need more than this.
This should be more than enough to cover your needs.
More than your tuition is $70,000 a year.
That's what loans are for. Are we done here?
Nah, I'm not leaving until I get more than this.
You're real selfish, huh? All right, let me see what I can do.
Thank you.
Hello? Yes, we have a kid here trying to get more money from us for college. Yes, he's right here. Okay, one sec. He wants to speak with you.
Hello? Yes, your employee at the financial aid office handed me $5 for my financial aid package.
Okay, what's the problem?
What's the problem is it's only $5. I'm gonna need at least a couple thousand so I can...
Yo, George, you gotta hear this. This kid wants us to give him a couple thousand.
Yeah, laugh all you want, but I'm gonna need my Hello?
I'm telling you, you're wasting your time.
Hold up, I had a 4.0 GPA in high school. I know I qualified for a scholarship or something.
Let me look.
Thank you.
Oh, my mistake, Mr. Exum. You qualify for the presidential scholarship.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that mix-up. Anything else you need?
Anything, give me some real money.
Hey, watch yourself, okay? We're trying to help you.
If you were trying to help me, you give me more than $5.25 for college.
Hey, it's not my fault you decided to come to college broke. If you don't like it, there's a McDonald's hiring right down the street.
Okay, look, there's gotta be something else you can give me.
Look, all I have for Kazan Exum, according to my file, is what I've already given you.
Hold up, Kazan. My name's Kyle Exum.
Kyle? Oh, my deepest apologies, sir. Let me take that and give you the right package.
Thank you. I knew something was up. Talking about $5.
All right, here you are, sir.
What is this?
It's your package.
$2 for my package? And what even is this?
Your meal plan.
You serious?
Hey, this is a deal. Okay? We gotta save the big packages for kids that aren't as fortunate as you.
I'm broke. My entire household makes like $10,000 a year.
That's like $9,000 over what you need for a full ride. Consider yourself blessed.
What's all this money even going to anyways?
Yeah, I can assure you that the money that we collect is used towards the school as effectively as possible.
Guess who's buying a new calculators for the students? I'm gonna just come back when you're free.
You know what? This is too much. I'm done.
Hey, where are you going? To a school that'll actually give me a decent package. Ridiculous.
Give Your Money Please University, how can we help you?
Yes, I want to check the status of my financial aid package.
Yes, sir. We have 50 for you.
Hey, $50,000?
You're funny. Nah, 50 cents.
I thought you said I had a full ride to your university.
Yeah, a full ride to our college.
We pay for the bus ticket for our students to get here. You thought we met. Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, look, I'm gonna need at least $10,000 provided and think about going to your... Hello? You still got the struggalos?
All right, so that was just some morning humor for you. Turn off the phone. Scared me. All right, so the first thing we're going to start with is the cost of attendance versus financial aid. So what is the cost of attendance? Whenever you're looking at your college, it's not just the tuition and fees. You also have to consider your books and supplies. You have to consider the transportation because you're going to be wasting gas, insurance, any maintenance that you do to your car that adds to the cost. Also housing. Are you staying with your parents? Are you staying on campus? Are you staying on an apartment off campus? And then also personal expenses like food, personal care, clothes, and also if you need to do some type of enrichment and entertainment. So you have to consider all those things because they're going to be expenses. For what is financial aid? Financial aid is the money that you receive to go to school, which is like grants and scholarships, loans. So whenever you're looking at the cost of attendance, you have to, if you subtract the money that you have to go to college, like those grants and scholarships, you'll do attendance cost minus financial aid, and you'll see the net cost, which is the money that still has to be covered either out of pocket or by finding more scholarships. So always take a look at those things and consider all those items that I mentioned, because that will give you a more realistic idea of how much you really need to go to school. So now FAFSA results. Make sure that you complete your FAFSA ASAP, because since school starts in August, you have to make sure that you have it done now, because sometimes the financial aid office takes a while to process your FAFSA, and you don't want to start school and then not have the financial aid, because that means you have to pay out of pocket until your financial aid is processed. And of course, we can help you complete the FAFSA if you haven't done it yet. So there's 3 things that you receive from your FAFSA: the Pell Grant, the Work Study, and the loans. The Pell Grant, you don't have to pay for it. The Work Study, that's you work on campus, and I'll talk a little bit more about Work Study in a minute, but you work on campus and earn that money. And the loans, it's money that you have to pay back with interest. So keep that in mind. And like I said, to qualify for all those 3, you have to complete the FAFSA. And the FAFSA is based on your family income, and the result, and they give you the results at the end when you complete the FAFSA. They tell you how much they think you qualify for. And then that information is sent to the college, and the college makes the final decision on how much money they're going to give you. So after that FAFSA is completed and the information is sent to the college, there's sometimes some students get selected for financial aid verification. What that means is that the financial aid office at your school needs additional information before they can give you the money. So right now, some of you might have already been selected for verification, and you already turned in those documents, or you're in the process of turning in those documents. Please keep in mind that if you do not turn in those documents, they will not give you your financial aid. So definitely check on the status of your financial aid if you haven't received an award letter yet, because either you haven't turned in all the documents or something is going on. But a lot of you guys should have already received that award letter. And like I said, we can help you looking at that too. Once you turn in all the documents, they'll send you an award letter, which is a letter telling you how much money you will be getting to go to school. So here it shows that it summarizes the type of and sources of student financial aid. So it will tell you how many grants you're getting, what type of loans, and the scholarships. This award letter will also show the cost of attendance, which we already talked about, and the net cost. Keep in mind that there's some displacement of outside scholarships. What that means is that some scholarships that you receive might not show up there because the college doesn't know about them. And another thing is that no standard letter, no award letter is standard. So even though I have one here on the screen, the one that you get from your college might not look the same. So that's a consideration. I wanted to show you this one Here's an award letter that brings problems to students because sometimes they're hard to understand. For example, this one, look at it, and I encourage you to go in the chat box and let me know if there's any what do you see wrong with this award letter. And I'm seeing that some of you guys are asking questions, so let me check on that while you look at the award letter here. And Erica mentioned, Erica asked if this award letter comes from FAFSA or from the college. This award letter will come from the college. After they receive your FAFSA, they'll give you this award letter telling you how much you're getting. Can anybody type on the chat box what might be wrong with this award letter? I'll give it a few minutes if anybody can see anything that's wrong with it. Okay, and if not, let me show you. So somebody said fees should be included, okay? So here's some of the things that we noticed that might be wrong with it. It omits indirect cost. So it doesn't tell you about those indirect costs, which sometimes can be included with the fees, like Maria said. It limits award names. So as you can see, some of them, like where it says parent plus L, it doesn't show that it's a loan. It just says L. So you might think that that's financial aid, and you don't know that it's a loan because it just has the L. It mixes loans and grants. So when you receive this award letter, you might say, oh, look at all this financial aid I'm getting. And you might not realize that some of those are loans. So that's why you have to be really careful, because they try to hide those loans with the grants. And then you'll take it not knowing that you'll have to pay part of that money back. There's no info on loan rates, so you don't know how much your rate will be. And then the parent loan reduces net cost. So it gives you the illusion of cost. Right here, the parent plus loan, that's a loan that your parent can take out on your behalf to go to college. So they're including it here. So it makes your net cost, the money that you still have to pay out of pocket, it makes it seem lower than it actually should be. So just be careful with those. Always try to understand your award letter before you accept anything. And like I said, if you have any questions, please put them on the chat box. Erica said, so there will be mixed with grants and I'm guessing loans in the letter. Yes, when you receive the award letter, they'll show you the loans and the grants, but you always have the option to decline the loans if you don't want them. So keep that in mind. You have the option to decline them. All right, so how to cut college costs. Like I said, most of you guys already probably applied to the FAFSA, to scholarships. So right now, we're just focusing on cutting down the costs as much as we can, any last minute things before college starts in August. One of the things is to live at home. If you're like, well, I don't know if I have enough money to go to school, maybe staying at home might be an option. Another one is minimize the number of trips. What that means is that maybe you take some online classes, or you try to have all your classes on a particular day, and that way you only go to the campus a few times and you won't have to spend so much gas money. Also, buy or rent books. There's a lot of online stores that sell used books, and if you can rent them and they're used, it'll be much cheaper. A popular store here is Textbook Brokers, where you can go and buy those books for a really cheap price. So always shop around, see who offers the cheapest book, whether it's online or at the bookstore or Textbook Brokers, but always look at those. The other thing is to graduate on time. What that means is that it's important for you to have an idea of exactly what you want to do, like create that roadmap. And that way you won't take classes that you don't need to take, because then that would make your college years longer, meaning that it'll be more expensive. So if when you start college, you already have that plan saying, okay, this is my end point, and these are exactly the classes that I need to take to get there, then it'll be easier for you to finish on time. And then live like a student while in school. What that means is that don't go crazy buying all these luxury things if you're a student. So, you know, you always hear that college students are broke, that they eat ramen noodles, that they're struggling with money. So try to live like that so you're not spending all your money and you can save it to pay for school. And the last one is choose a cheaper college. If you want to go to a 4-year college starting out and it's really expensive and you don't have the money, why not start maybe at a community college and get those basics out the way? It'll be way cheaper than if you start at the 4-year college. Once you're done with those basic courses, you can go ahead and transfer to a 4-year, and that will definitely reduce the cost. Now, if you're looking for scholarships, start by looking at your college and see what kind of scholarships they offer. Also, look at the state scholarships like the Arkansas Lottery Scholarship. You can look at local organizations like, for example, LULAC, 100 Black Men, the Rotary Club, all those, they offer scholarships for students. So look at those. And then state programs like the WIOA, which is through the workforce. They can help you pay for school. Also the Arkansas Rehab, if you have a disability, they can help you pay for school as well. The single parent scholarship. So there's tons. Some of the deadlines might already have passed, but there's still plenty available. The last option is to look online at websites like collegescholarships.com or FastWeb. You can create a profile there, and then they'll match you with scholarships that are available to you. Now, another way to make extra money for college, it will be by getting a job. We definitely encourage you to do work study if you're having to do a job. With work study, you work around 15, 20 hours a week, and then they pay you the minimum wage. But the good thing about work study is that you're working on campus, and if you say you're a receptionist, so you'll be answering phone calls and greeting people as they come in the office. But if there's nobody coming in and there's no one calling, then that gives you the opportunity to do your homework or study for a test. That's why it's called work study, because you're working and you're studying at the same time. The other one is part-time. You can also get a part-time job. I know as adults, sometimes you have to do a full-time job, but the only thing we can say about that is to be careful. Really sit down and you know yourself better than anybody knows you. So really consider if you can really do a full-time job or a part-time job while going to college, because we don't want you to get overwhelmed with everything and then having to drop classes or quit your job. So definitely test it out first, maybe starting part-time with a few hours and see how you're doing with school. Don't neglect school, because that should be your priority, and then you can balance it out. But always be careful, like I said. You don't want to end up flunking college and then losing your job because you took on too much. Now, if you're like, okay, I want to start college, I don't have the money to pay it all at once, the college does offer payment plans. They usually do it by semester. So when classes start, you set up the payment plan, you pay a small fee, and then you can either do a big down payment and then do small payments throughout the semester, or you also have the option to not do a down payment and then do bigger payments throughout the semester. And that way you can work, earn that money, and pay as you go throughout the semester. So keep that in mind. You don't have to pay everything all at once. Now, the loans should be taken as a last resort, because borrowing and debt go hand in hand. So if you borrow, you're going to owe that money. You're going to have to pay it back. And once you graduate, if you take out loans and you graduate with debt, that's going to be additional bills that you have to pay aside from your car insurance, your home mortgage, and all that. So it's an extra bill that you have to pay. So keep that in mind. And not only do you pay back the amount that you took out, you also have to pay more, like the interest. If you decide that you do want to take out a loan, make sure that you do subsidize instead of unsubsidized. Subsidized means that the government will pay for the interest while you're in school, and unsubsidized means that you're responsible for the interest while in school. So obviously you want the government to pay for that interest that accumulates while you're in school. Another thing is, once you accept that loan, you have to do the master promissory note, which is a application saying that you promise to pay them back. So it's a contract that you have to sign. And then the loan entrance counseling is another application. If you do not complete those two applications, you will not be able to get that loan. So remember, if you want that loan, make sure it's your last resort and don't borrow more than what you need, and make sure you complete those two applications. Now, for financial aid, say you receive your award letter and it's not as much as you thought you were going to get, and then you realize that in 2018 you were making a lot more than you're making now, because you can ask for an appeal. What an appeal is that you go to financial aid and say, hey, I'm not making as much as I used to. My income amount has changed, and this could be because of the change of income. Maybe you lost your job, or your parents are having to pay for school for your siblings as well, or they having to pay child support or something. Whatever the case might be, it's called a special circumstance. So basically, if you're having to pay, if you have less money available now than you did in 2018, which is the information they used for your FAFSA, you can talk to the financial aid office and tell them that you would like to appeal. And then they'll start writing the appeal process. You'll have to write a letter and complete some forms. And then the financial aid office will look at the information and decide whether they should give you more money or not. For that appeal process, there's a website called FormSwift. They can help you write those letters of appeal, or we can help you here in the TRIA office. We can help you do those appeal letters as well. So like I said, once you receive that letter, award letter, if you thought you could have got more and something has changed in your income, let us know and we can help you see if it's possible to appeal it. Now, who are you gonna call? Obviously not the Ghostbusters. You can call the financial aid office if you have any questions regarding your financial aid, or you can call the TRIO office and we can help you navigate the system with that. And if you're not understanding something, or you just can't get across with the financial aid office because you don't know exactly what you need or what you need to ask, you can always ask us and we can call the financial aid office with you.